that's my Megatron right there. So this is what. Okay.
This is what I don't like. You know me, I'm the repaint guy.
I just knew you were gonna be in on this. This isn't this like zombie cliff jumper, like when he dies and comes back or something like that.
If not, an easy choice, which is both.
Yes.
So, we'll see.
Don't
I have to pull a Bobby. What's going on, BVC fans? We're back with another round of news. My name is James the Con.
And I'm Bobby the Bot.
And let's get right into it. So, as always, let's talk about what was just announced first. And the first thing is Bobby's favorite things in the world, it seems like, which are the model kits. So, this is from YOLO Park and AMK Pro Series G1 Megatron. So, this is going to be a 20 centimeter tall model kit. It has quite the size. It has die-cast parts, which you could see in the blue. And honestly, I think that the die-cast is in the wrong areas because that thing's going to topple over. It's going to be way too top-heavy. They should have done it more at the feet since only half of the foot is die-cast. So it has a wide range of articulations. There's going to be several battle-damaged chest pieces and other parts, 3 interchangeable faces, an energy sword battle mace, gun, and the key to Vector Sigma, which I know is probably something from the cartoon that you like. And it will have a Kickstarter with an early bird price. So I will be watching this Kickstarter because I'm going to be curious to see if people are actually picking this up.
So, it looks like it's not in proportion. Like the chest and arms, like all the parts that are die cast, look like they're very bulky compared to the rest of them. It looks like he's on steroids, and maybe it's just that photo on the left. But
there's a better picture right there.
Okay, so that does look better. It looks good though. You know, nonetheless, it does look good. I mean, that's my Megatron right there. So. That face, that smirk, you know, that's my Megatron. So I probably won't be getting this, but to anyone who is, I would love to see pictures of it. I mean, if there was a model I was going to get that was affordable, this would be one that would probably be in the top 5 that I would get.
Yes, I'm very interested to see the pricing on this. So we'll see. We'll see rather shortly.
Yeah, it's cool with the key to Vector Sigma.
And moving on, we've got I think it's APC Toys, and here is their Dark Energon Cliff Jumper. So I didn't pick up the original version back in like 2010, 2011 or something. So I might get this. It's only about $34 or something like that. So it looks really good, and I really like the Charger Alt Mode, and here it is in Robot and Car Mode. So I think this thing looks really nice. I like the appeal to an all see-through purple figure. Now, if I'm going to get it or not, I don't know, but we'll see.
I just knew you were going to be in on this. This isn't this like zombie cliff jumper, like when he dies and comes back or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
I knew this was going to be you. I thought, I mean, this is borderline repaint or no paint or whatever you want to call it. It's zombified. I mean, this screams you all day. And then the price is good.
Yes, I really don't like that the windshields don't have some change in it. It makes it look really cheap, in my opinion. But it could have used a little bit of gray, see-through gray, or even black paint over the windshields because it looks really cheap without the windows being painted or a different color. But again, it's not a character I really want or need in my collection. It's just cool. So,
okay. I know, we'll see. I mean, I've seen you pick up other things for a little bit more than $35, and they weren't as good as this, in my opinion.
Well, we'll agree to disagree because this is kind of just a throwaway figure. I honestly don't know what shelf I put it on. I just like that it's all see-through purple plastic.
Okay.
So that money might be able to be spent elsewhere. So And I know you're probably not going to get this, correct?
Will not be getting this. This is not my cliff jumper.
I think this design is a better version of Cliff Jumper, honestly, as a charger is just so cool. And the horns on his head. This is my Cliff Jumper, but I don't care for any Autobot like Cliff Jumper unless it's repainted into something else. So, like this. So, let's move on to something that you might be interested in. I don't know. You've gotten something else from this company before, and that's the Roboson Transformers Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime. So this thing will move and talk and stuff, but it's not transformable. I don't think I'm gonna go out on a limb and say you're not gonna be interested in this, but it is cool for what it is, I guess.
No, that's not my Prime either. There's a whole bunch of that's not
mine. That literally looks just like G1 Optimus Prime, but with a little more greeble on it.
That's like movie Prime. That's
okay. Well, again, we'll agree to disagree. This is not. It is a movie Prime, but I believe it is way stylized after G1 Prime, like to a T. It's as close to G1 as they can in the movies.
The initial Roboson Prime is my Prime, so that's why I got that one. And it transforms. I love it. Does some really cool animations. This one, I'm assuming it'll have more on the animations, and you know that's which is a really cool feature of it. But I will not be picking this one up. I think I'm actually done with Roboson unless they come out with another figure that transforms, and in essence replicates what the first product did. The Bumblebee and this one, I'm out on.
I don't blame you. Honestly, they seem a little overpriced for what they are, in my opinion. So, especially if they don't transform. Mm-hmm. If I wanted a transformer, Optimus like this, I wouldn't want to control it with my phone. I'd want to manipulate it with my hands to get it into some cool poses. Because I know, at least with the Roboson you have, you turn it off and the knees go limp.
Yes.
So this would probably do the same thing. So I'm yeah, good on you to those who want it.
Yeah, that is the downside of the Roboson, is that the knees do definitely go limp, and he just
when he goes offline, he literally goes offline.
Yeah, he literally he's done. Somebody catch the Matrix.
All right. So next up, we have the KFC Toys EAVI Metal Phase, and this is the off-white ape face. So this is like the 6th version of this mold they came out with, and each with a different shade of white. I do like it. I do want these characters, but that backpack on this thing is just way too big for me to get it, and the price is way too much. So I'm out. I wish I could say I was in. Maybe if they were $50, $60 cheaper, I'd pick it up. But for $180, I'm completely out.
So I have the first version of the Ape Face and the Snapdragon from KFC. And as somebody who had the G1 Ape Face, the backpack doesn't bother me because that's what the toy was back then. Very back heavy. So I really like these figures, and had I known that they were going to come out with this repaint, I would have waited from the originals. So I'm on the fence if I'm going to pick these up again. I like them, but I don't love them. But I do really like the paint on here, the color. So like you, if they go on sale or something like that, I might be inclined to pick them up. But at full price, they're not my favorite characters to repurchase again.
Yes, I'm still waiting on my definitive Horde cons. I don't think we'll ever see them, but I have my fingers crossed.
Possibly.
So, something that I wish transformed is this. And this is the Banana Force. I don't know exactly what they're calling it, but it's based off of the BotCon TFCC Defensor colors, which is a strange choice that they didn't do the yellow version, which more people know about since that was actually released. But here is this one. So what do you think of this, Bobby?
So I saw that they announced that they're back. So I guess they've been gone for a while for whatever reason. I have not picked up anything from Banana Force, but I do like their paint colors and things. So this looks really good. And I did not, when I first saw it, I did not even think about it as Defensor. And now I don't see how I missed it as Defensor with that color. It looks really good. It does look really good. If it transformed, it would be in my collection.
I'm right there with you. You know me, I'm the repaint guy. I've always wanted that Defensor since I saw the prototype pictures back, 10 plus years ago. So I would kill to have it. But since it doesn't transform, I can't put my money down. If I'm going to buy a non-transforming figure, it's going to not be a Transformer. It's going to be a Marvel character or a Venom or something like that. So hopefully some company out there will eventually get to making RID masterpieces and we'll get this repaint.
Yeah, that would be nice. This is a very nice looking figure.
Yes, great paint on it.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to updates and let's get into something that I know I'm 75% sure you're going to be picking up. And that's Legacy Dirge. Yes. Because I know you already have, did you have Thrust, correct?
Correct.
Yes, so this is Dirge. It looks really nice. It looks the same, but I guess the wings are solid plastic and not painted. So that's great because we all know Hasbro paint has a tendency to chip, especially on big, large pieces like this. So I think that's good on them. I do think this figure looks very bland, though. I swear Dirge had some detailing on his wings in jet mode that this is missing.
I can't remember. I'm just picking this up because I'm mad that the Earthrise 2-pack I ordered from Amazon got canceled, and I could have picked it up somewhere else if I knew that they were going to cancel my order. So I will be picking this up just to complete that wave of figures with the Ramjet and Dirge. Everything else about it is, I mean, the Decepticon sign is usually bigger. I mean, there's a couple of things I can nitpick at, but I'd just be happy to have it to kind of finish off that wave for me.
And honestly, those are the worst figures, in my opinion, to collect when it's like, I just need to buy this figure to finish something.
Yeah.
That feels the worst than buying something you don't want.
Well, and the thing is that I did really want them initially, a couple of years ago. I did really want them. I was really excited that they were coming out, and for Hasbro to, or for Amazon to cancel my order. I'm just happy I didn't go out and spend $200, $300 on the aftermarket for them. That would have made me up. That would have upset me. That would have really upset me.
Very true. So let's move on to something that you said you liked the most out of the 3 Studio Series Gamer figures. And that's Bumblebee. So this alt mode looks really nice, I've got to say.
Tron. It makes me think of Tron.
A Cybertronian alt mode that makes sense. Here you go. This is cool. I like it.
This is what... Okay.
This is what I don't like.
Yeah,
Why is the torso so shrunken? And why is I have to say, I think Hasbro focused on the vehicle modes or the alt modes, whatever you want to call them, on this line instead of the bot modes, because this figure shows it.
Yeah, I mean, I like Bumblebee's face, not his facial expression, but I like his face. Like, he doesn't look silly. He doesn't, he doesn't look goofy, as I've seen in some of them. It is the Bumblebee-ish head that I'm used to. So I do like that aspect of this bot mode. The chest, I can definitely tell that it came from the Cybertronian vehicle, which I like. I would have maybe liked it to be a little bit longer because it does look real stubby and it looks like he's all legs.
Yes, I agree. I added a picture of what he's supposed to look like in the middle, which I think actually looks really nice. And if this figure looked like that, I would honestly be picking it up as probably my main Bumblebee because I think it looks nice. I really like the design on this.
So
But all the other pictures of the toy it's the chest area that really needed work. It does not look good in any angle.
So maybe if they
To
had the
my
chest
opinion.
slant down a little bit, it would give it a little bit more depth.
Yeah. And they could collapse those side pieces in a little bit so they don't look like afterthoughts and they're just sticking out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I really do like this Bumblebee design. I've always have. I love the alt mode, but this is just a very poor execution. I will be sticking with my one from 2011 that has, nowadays masterpiece level engineering in it and is quite a few inches taller than it and is pretty cool. So I'll be sticking with that, even though that one looks awkward too. It looks a lot less awkward than this thing, and it was $11.99 or $14.99.
So I don't know what that one looks like. I don't know how much this one's going to cost, but
$24.99. And it's about 4 inches tall.
Oh.
Maybe 4.5 inches tall. I saw it next to the Prime, who's also already a short Voyager, and it comes up to like the Prime's window. So it's a tiny, just like what Hasbro's doing, they're shrinking things, so it's tiny.
Well, I would actually keep this in the alt mode because that's what I really like about that. And so it's almost like the Jazz that just came out, for the Cybertronian alt mode that we complained about having the Porsche chest. I think this would be one that I would keep in that Cybertronian mode as well. So I may pick this up. Don't be surprised.
Well, you'll have to tell me how it is because I'm avoiding this like the plague. If I'm going to pick up a figure, I need it to look at least decent in both modes. And this one fails to the moon and back.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with
bot mode.
I'm not familiar with the character, so that might be a plus for me.
Yes, you go in with fresh eyes.
Yes.
All right, so let's move on to another update, and this is the Legend Scaled Raiden, and they're calling this Night Patrol. That's this figure's name. So they did a really good job making it toon accurate, but not too toon accurate. So I do commend them for that. That train mode looks really nice, and I would not be surprised if the resident Legends collector Bobby picks this up since it's a train.
I am not picking this up.
Oh.
I'm happy with my Moon Studio Radiotron, and it looks like it's too low to the ground. So are there some wheels under there or something that lift it up a little bit? Because that's the problem.
Go to the ground. Yeah,
that's a problem. It looks because then it looks like a brick. So I needed to get lifted up a little bit. I do like the detail on it. The scale, of course, is going to be off. Seeing how big Hound is next to it,
it's still a larger Legends, though. That's why I added this picture. He's pretty sizable as far as Legends go. But you're right. Probably the Moon Studios one in alt mode would be more accurate next to him.
Yeah. So I will be passing on this, but I love combiners, and so I would really like to see how this looks when it's finished.
Oh, and maybe see how it looks when it's finished and add it to cart, huh?
I'm not.
So something I will be adding to the cart is MB21 Fans Hobbies version of Tidal Wave. So they showed off the next boat, and this thing just looks amazing. They showed off a prototype video. I could figure out how to put it in here, but it actually fires missiles, and it has the old gimmick where you move the minicon force on the chest, and all the turrets move, and that is total nostalgia for me. This was one of my favorite toys as a kid. So and this is gonna, here I go bashing Hasbro again. This is gonna blow anything Hasbro makes out of the water. It's not gonna have all these features. So I'm very excited to get this, and who knows, I might have 4 or 5 tidal waves in my collection after they repainted in all the different colors.
I have this in my cart. I will be picking it up. I don't love the figure, but I will be adding it for some of the same reasons. The nostalgia of it, is kind of, I love the fact that they're doing the same gimmicks. I'm happy to see it in a masterpiece scale, and I think that it may be more enjoyable than what it was when I had it, or what I have now from the G1. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
You're calling him G1 now. Look at you. I'm rubbing off on you.
Well, distant G1 cousin.
Yes, I'm very excited to see this. I'm hoping that they come out with both color waves at the same time, the US and the Japanese / anime, even though there's technically 3 with the anime. I hope they come out with all of them at the same time like they did with Double Dealer, so we're able to choose which one we want. And it's going to be a very hard choice for me, if not an easy choice, which is both.
Yes.
So, we'll see. I have to pull a Bobby. Okay, so moving on to something we talked about recently, and that's the Vectron Labs Ringho.
Ringyo?
I
think so.
Okay. It's obviously, I think is this Bone Crusher?
Scavenger.
Okay. I got the dump truck, or what are they called?
You're talking about the Constructicons?
Yeah, no, the actual vehicle.
Oh, you're talking about. Oh, this is a
bulldozer.
Yeah.
I got the bulldozers mixed up.
Yeah, Bone Crusher is the bulldozer. Yes.
Yeah, isn't this a bulldozer too?
This is a starts with an S, I think. Don't get me lying. I never got into Tonka trucks and stuff like that. So don't get me lying on camera.
You and me both. So this looks really cool. I mean, I do like it. I don't think I would back it till all of them are out, like we've already talked about. But again, I'm not buying an MP Devastator. There's no need for me to have an MP Devastator. What about you, Bobby?
So, initially I backed this from the very beginning, and I like the way it looks. I like the way the different options it had, especially with, I can't think of what they call the shovel aspect of it, but you can kind of change some of the things with the thing that digs up the dirt. I don't know. I can't think of what it is. It looks like it's called teeth, for lack of a better word. You can rearrange it so it's like 5 or 3 or something like that, which I thought was really cool. And I was really interested to see an updated Devastator. I know we had Toy World, which has been king forever. I don't have that one in my collection, and so I was really interested to get something that looked pretty authentic and really updated. And so I was excited to get this when they started having all the problems, and I was just like, okay, well, maybe it's just a phase. And then it was like more problems, so I backed out, and now I'm on the let's see how many you can have, and worst case scenario, and let's see the final price as well. Worst case scenario, if they don't finish it, it can just be another, bot on the shelf.
True. If you like it, then I'd say get it. But what I think is cool is they're actually coming with 3 types of tires. So I really like the options they're giving the customer or consumer, instead of just having 3 different releases like KFC did and other companies do. They're actually giving you everything in one. So you have the tune tires or the toy tires, and there's version 1 and version 2. So I'm not too sure if there was 2 versions of the toy tires or what's going on with that. But the cool thing is you have the option depending on what you think's the best.
Yeah, and the ones on the right definitely look like authentic treads, so I will be going with those if I pick this up. And I do like the options as well. That makes it really, really cool. And I think that's the thing that this company is trying to do is, and this could be the problem, is that they're trying to give fans everything. So if there's two different opinions, we're going to take care of both opinions and put it all in the box, which that is amazing to do.
Yes, I agree. I do think they're going to have some stiff competition with Ocular Max and MMC coming up with theirs.
And
for the sheer fact, and X-Transbot, with both of those companies and their track records. And this is a brand new company. So
yeah.
Time will tell. It sure will be interesting.
Yes. Come on, Vectron Labs, hurry up.
They say they want everything done by the end of 2024. So we'll see.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see what's coming in. First thing is New Age Hues, which is one of the worst names for a Transformer. I'm sure there's some backstory behind it, but that's Powerglide. So this will be coming out soon. So if you're a Legends collector like Bobby, go ahead and pick this up.
I'm sure you might be picking up some of the repaints of this color, of this figure rather.
I was going to until I saw how actually small they were. Because, yeah, but they're too many. Like they're not going to work in with my collection. And I already have 2 blue Powerglides that are Legends. I have the knockoff with the baby blue arms, and then I have the Cobra Viper, I think he was called. Rattler, that was it. Yeah, so I have both of those, so I really don't need another one. The Bad Boy repaint is really cool, but it's just too small for Bad Boy. I would want a Masterpiece scaled colored version. So,
yeah.
But it transforms really cool. That was really cool when we saw it at TFCon. That video was really cool.
It was. And I'm not picking this up. I'm not picking up any of them, but I do like the way it looks and the way it transforms. The paint on all of them looks really good too.
They do. And speaking of paint that looks good, here is a new version of New Age, I believe. No, excuse me. This is Magic Square's Megatron. This is their Doomsday Gray Leg version. So I guess if you need a different version of Megatron that they already came out with multiple color waves of, here you go. It looks good though. I'll tell you that. Like it looks really good. I just don't need a G1 Megatron that I don't already have, and it's Legends as well. But now, the Legends collector, will you be picking this up?
No.
Oh, even at the price point, it's like $50.
I know, but
you said that was your price point.
It is, and it looks good. It looks really good.
Really good.
I have like 5 Megatrons or something in MP scale, so it's hard to find a place to put this. I am thinking about it though, but it does look good. But I doubt I do
hanging on by a pinky.
I doubt I do it because I refuse to prove you right and of calling me a Legends collector. No offense to Legends collectors, of course. It's just that I don't have the space.
It's the principle of the matter.
I really don't have the space. I am already running out of space with all my MPs that I have and more that are coming in. So this would be a whole nother rabbit hole to go down. So,
well, that Like Toys Metroplex is going to need somebody on them. Just saying.
Well, the Like Toys Metroplex is going to be like a small child in my house. So
exactly. So a small child needs a little fleas on it. Okay. So let's move on to this, which we already talked about, the Ape Face. So here's their Snapdragon, the off-white version. This is going to be in stock, at least on Show Z very soon. And this was always my favorite of the two. And I think he looks really nice, but again, I can't get over that price point. It's just a little over my budget for these figures.
With this figure, these are my 2 favorite looks for the figure. I don't like the dragon mode. It kind of looks, they were trying too hard. So, but these are my two favorite forms of the figure. Same thing. I would love to get these and maybe by the end of the year something happens and I end up picking them up. Maybe they're on sale or something like that, but I just can't justify it right now with every other pre-order I have out there right now.
Makes sense. I am in the same boat. I really do like them, but the price is turning me off. So,
and I love that it comes with the blast effects too.
It's very nice. I can already see it going into your cart. So let's talk about what was recently released. The first thing is we've got some Walkie Talkies from Rise of the Beasts. Now, do you think these will work over state lines?
There's only one way to find out.
Because I think we need them.
Well, it's so funny, and I guess one day I'll show it on the channel, but a friend of mine just sent me some Walkie Talkies that were Optimus Prime Walkie Talkies from like 1986 or something like that, or 84, and I just got them in the mail on Friday, and so I'm gonna bring them to TFCon Orlando, James, so we can see how these things work, and we can look like some little kids all over again, or some big kids.
That works with me, because that sounds very interesting.
Yeah.
That's for sure. All right, so we're going to keep with this Legends collecting going on, and Bobby's wallet's going to be dry by the end of this. So first thing we already talked about, this is in stock now, and that's the gold Bumblebee. Come on, you need this for your Plague setup right there.
If it was MP scale, I would get it.
I don't think there was a doubt about that, but you know, it's good for what it is. He is twerking in the second picture, which is why I had to put that in there. So all of you guys that want to ship Bumblebee with somebody, there you go. You can use that picture.
Blasters in the back with jazz and
and then the last thing is the Magic Squares Bruticus. This is Heavy Gunner, which is their brawl. I really like that pose that he's doing with the. I think that is really cool. I do have kind of a character that's the same type of color as Brawl that I need to repaint it a little bit, but I don't think I'm going to do it with this one just because it'd be too hard to take apart. I'm thinking about getting a Combiner Wars Brawl, but anyways, I really do think this looks really nice. And if it was a little bit larger, I'd probably be picking it up. But for the scale and the price, I'm not going to be picking that up.
So is it Magic Square or is it New Age that's always getting oversized?
That's Magic Square, but they're not always getting oversized. They
are not always.
Optimus Prime.
Yeah. And then didn't they do their Minosaur?
That was a knockoff, and it was still Legend scale. It was just like a centimeter or two larger.
Okay. So
but that thing falls apart.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I like the way this looks as well. That pose is amazing. It shows just how the articulation is on this. So I am out on it, even though I do love combiners, but it looks really good. And I'm hoping that we can see more pictures of the total combined Bruticus or whatever they are going to rename him.
Yes, I think I think this looks good. Now I'll be interested to see what it looks like when it's all combined. And if you guys get it, let us know.
Yeah, that really looks good.
All right, well, that's all we have for you today. So like, comment, and share. We always appreciate you clicking on our video and watching it. So we'll see you next time.
All right, as always, till all debates are won. Thanks, guys.